1 of The Litigants by Jean Racine. Translated by Robert Bruce Boswell, 1864–1933. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Introduction to The Litigants. This play, which is neither a comedy nor a farce, but has elements in common with each, was first performed in 1668 at Paris and afterwards at Versailles. Its humour in a great measure depends upon the mock gravity which masks its ridiculous features. The language and style are those of comedies, while the tone of exaggeration and the absurdity of the situations belong more fitly to burlesque. It is a French adaptation of The Wasps of Aristophanes, to which the wit of Rabelais and of Fertier, author of the Roman Bourgeois, have contributed not a little. Racine's own experience of law and lawyers was derived from the suit in which he had been involved about the Priory of Epernay, during the course of which he picked up a number of barbarous terms which, to quote his own words, neither my judges nor I ever properly understood. Le Plaider, though it fell rather flat at first, has proved to be by far the most popular of all Racine's plays. Characters.
Dandin, a judge, read by Alan Mapstone.
Leander, son of Dandin, read by Adrian Stephens.
Chicaneau, a citizen, read by Mike Manolakes.
Isabelle, daughter of Chicaneau, read by Hanna
The Countess, read by
SoniaPetit-Jean, a house porter, read by ToddHWL'Intimé, a clerk, read by Giordano.
The Prompter, read by David Purdy.
Stage Directions, read by Son of the Exiles. The scene is laid in a town of Lower Normandy. The Litigants, a comedy, Act 1, Scene 1. Petit-Jean hauling along a big bag full of law papers.
Ah, what a fool is he who trusts the future, who laughs at morn will cry before the night. A judge took me, last year, into his service, fetched me from Amiens to be Swiss porter. These Normans thought to laugh at my expense. When we're with wolves, one learns to howl, they say. I played a wily hand, though a poor Picard, and cracked my whip loudly as any other. All the fine gentlemen would, hat in hand, call me good Monsieur Petit-Jean, with flatteries long as your arm. But honours without coin are not. I acted like a playhouse porter. In vain they knocked, and bowed their heads uncovered, save with a silver key they might not enter. No money? Then no Swiss to unlock the door. 'Tis true my master's pocket took a scantling. Sometimes there came a reckoning. 'Twas my charge to purchase hay and candles for the house. I did not lose by that, at all events. I might have bought the straw into the bargain. His heart was too much in his work, however, the more's the pity. First in court, and last each day, and often quite alone. Believe me, he'd like to sleep there without sup or morsel. I'd say at times, Dear Monsieur Perrin Dandin, excuse my freedom, you get up too early. He who would travel far should spare his steed, drink, eat, and sleep, and make a fire to last. He took no heed, and so well have his vigils repaid him that they say his brain is cracked. One up, one down, he wants to judge us all. He's always mumbling some strange gibberish, I know not what, and will, by hook or crook, take with him into bed his wig and gown. He had his clock killed in a fit of rage because it didn't wake him up in time. He said a suitor, whose affair went ill, had with a bribe corrupted the poor bird. Poor man, this sentence did him little good. His son all talk of business has tabooed. He makes us guard him closely night and day. Or else, good-bye, he's off, and in the court. Heaven knows, he's quick enough to give the slip. And I, no sleep for me, I'm growing thin, wretchedly thin. I stretch my arms and yawn. But watch who will, this bag shall be my pillow. Tonight, in faith, I'll take my ease for once. No one can blame me sleeping in the streets. Let's go to sleep.
He lies down on the ground. Scene 2. L'Intimé, Petit-Jean.
What ho, friend, Petit-Jean.
L'Intimé.
Aside.
He's afraid I'm catching cold.
My stars, what brings you in the street so early?
I'm not a stork to stand upon one leg, for ever on the watch, hearing him shout. What bellows, too! I think the man's possessed.
Excellent.
When I scratch my head and tell him I'd like to go to sleep, he gravely says, "Lodge a petition how you wish to sleep." It makes me sleepy but to talk of it. Good night.
Good night, forsooth. Deuce take it, if. But hark, I think I hear a noise up there.
Scene 3. Dandin, L'Intimé, Petit-Jean. Dandin, at the window.
Petit-Jean, l'Intimé.
L'Intimé to Petit-Jean.
Hush!
I'm alone. My keepers prove defaulters, heaven be praised. Give time enough, they'll enter an appearance. Now for a jail delivery through the window. Out of the court there.
Ha! Well jumped.
You're caught, sir.
Thieves, thieves.
We've got you now and won't let go.
There's no good bawling.
Help, they're murdering me.
Scene 4. Leander, Dandin, L'Intimé, Petit-Jean.
I hear my father in the street. Quick, lights! Father, what brings you out at such an hour? Whither away so fast?
I want to judge.
Judge whom? The world's asleep.
Except myself.
Why, what a heap of bags! They're all about him.
It will be quite 3 months ere I come back, and these are my provisions, bags and papers.
But you'll want food?
There's a refreshment stall.
Where will you sleep then, father?
On the bench.
No, father, you'd much better stay at home. Lie in your own bed, eat at your own table, listen to reason, and let that persuade you. And for your health?
I like to be unwell.
You're bad enough already. Take some rest. You'll soon be nothing but mere skin and bones.
Rest? Would you have me rule myself by you? Think you a judge has naught to do but pace the streets like any fop, and make good cheer, gambling all day and dancing all night? No, money does not drop into one's hands. Each of your ribbons cost me an award, yet you're ashamed to be a judge's son and ape the nobleman. Dandin, my friend, see the ancestral portraits on my walls, all of them wearing the judicial robes. No other line is half so good. Compare a judge's fees with what a marquis gets. Wait till the year's end, and then count your gains. A nobleman's no better than a pillar inside my hall. The smartest swell among them will stand there blowing on his frozen fingers, his nose close muffled, or a hand thrust down into his pocket, and to warm himself he'll turn my spit. That's how they fare. Poor boy, your angel mother never taught you so. My Babonette, I weep to think of her. How not a single sitting she would miss, how all her life she never left my side, and took away full often heaven knows what. She would have rather pocketed the napkins the waiter brought than gone home empty-handed. That's how to raise a family. Begone, you're nothing but a fool.
You'll soon catch cold if you stand there. Take him back, Petit-Jean. Put him to bed. Shut every door and window, making all fast, and keep your master warm.
You must have stronger railings fixed up there.
What? Go to bed thus without legal forms? First get an order signed how I'm to sleep.
Lie down at least, pending proceedings, father.
I'll go, but mark me, to enrage you all I will not sleep a wink.
All well and good. Don't let him be alone. Stay, l'Intimé.
Scene 5. Leander, l'Intimé.
I wish to have some words with you in private.
You'll need a keeper next.
I need one now. Alas, I'm quite as crazy as my father.
You want to judge?
Leander, pointing to Isabelle's dwelling.
Enough of mystery. You know that house there.
Now I understand you. 'Tis early in the day to go a-courting. You want me to discuss Miss Isabelle. I've told you often she's discreet and pretty. But then consider Chicaneau, her father, consumes in lawsuits well nigh all her fortune. He sues each man he meets. I think he'll bring all France before the bar ere he has done. He's taken lodgings next door to his judge. One would be always pleading, and the other still on the bench. Nor will your case be settled till he has sued you all, priest, lawyer, bridegroom.
I note as well as you, in spite of all, I die for Isabelle.
Well, marry her. You only have to speak, and it is done.
Not quite so soon as you imagine, no. Her father is a Tartar, and I dread him. Unless you are an usher or attorney, one may not see his daughter. She, poor girl, shut up at home as in a prison, mourns while youth is spent in vain regrets, her portion in lawsuits, and my passion's flame in smoke. Yes, he will ruin her if this goes on. Now, don't you know some honest forger fellow who will serve his friend for a consideration, some zealous bailiff?
There are plenty of them.
Still to be had?
Ah, sir, if my poor father were yet alive, he'd be the man to suit you. He made more in one day than would another in 6 months. On his wrinkled brow were writ his exploits. He'd have stopped a prince's carriage and taken him himself. He pocketed 19 of every 20 lashes given in the whole province. I'm my father's son. How can I help you?
You?
I better, maybe, than any bailiff.
Would you serve her father with a false writ? Give the girl a letter?
Both in my line. Why not?
Hark! Someone calls. We'll think of this some other time.
Scene 6. Chicaneau, Petit-Jean. Chicaneau, going away and then coming back.
Labrie, secure the house well. I shall soon return. Let no one mount the stairs while I'm away. See that this letter is sent by next mail southward. Go and choose 3 fine rabbits from the hutches, and take them this forenoon to my attorney. If his clerk comes, give him a glass of wine, and let him have that bag beside my window. I wonder if that's all. Oh, should there call a tall, thin man, you know him, serves as a witness and swears for me at need, asking to see me, tell him to wait. The judge, I fear, is gone out. It's nearly 4, but I will knock.
Petit-Jean, half opening the door.
Who's there?
I wish to see your master.
Petit-Jean, shutting the door.
Not at home.
Chicaneau, knocking at the door.
His secretary, can I speak a word to him?
Petit-Jean, shutting the door.
No.
Chicaneau, knocking again.
Well, his porter?
I am he.
Pray, drink my health, sir.
Petit-Jean, taking money.
Much good may it do you.
Shutting the door.
But return tomorrow.
Give me back my money. In truth, the world is getting sadly wicked. I've known the time when lawsuits gave no trouble. 6 crowns well spent would win me 6. It seems to me my whole estate today would hardly be enough to bribe a porter. But I perceive the Countess of Pimbesh approaches, surely on some pressing business.
Scene 7. The Countess, Chicaneau.
There's no admittance, ma'am.
Didn't I say so? I'faith, my lackeys make me lose my senses. Scold as I will, they won't get up for me, and all the household sleeps till I awake it.
He must have told his servant to deny him.
I've tried to get a word with him these 2 days, but all in vain.
My adversary's strong, and makes me fear.
After my treatment, you, sir, must not complain.
Right's on my side, however.
Ah, what injustice!
I appeal to you, ma'am.
Sir, you should know the shameful treachery.
A trivial cause at bottom.
Let me tell you.
The facts are these. Some 20 years ago, a certain donkey crossed a field of mine, rolled in the grass, and did a lot of damage. Against him then I lodged an information, had him arrested, and an arbitrator named. At 2 trusses he assessed the damage done to the hay. A year passed by, and then I found myself non-suited, and appealed. They sued upon the judgment till the case came on for hearing. Madam, mark this well. Drolishan, let me tell you, he's no fool, gets at some cost a judgment on request, and so I gain my case. What happens then? The trickster on his side stops execution. Meanwhile, another incident occurs. Defendant's fowl invades the selfsame meadow. Order of court to draw up a report of how much hay a hen can eat a day added to the previous case. Things being thus in statu quo. The hearing is referred to April 8th or 9th, year 56. I take fresh action, furnish and procure pleas, declarations, arguments, and warrants, experts' reports, injunctions, writs of error, statements of grievance, and fresh evidence with affidavits, royal letters patent, and confutations. Then 12 rules and writs are issued. We produce new proofs, and replications follow. Judgment given, I lose my case with costs. £300 to pay. Is that the justice of the law? And after 20 years. I've one resource left. The Court of Chancery is open to me. I won't give in. But you, as I perceive, have a suit pending?
Would to heaven I had!
I'll burn my boats.
Pay
£300. All for a truss or two of hay?
My lawsuits have all been stopped, though there were only left 4 or 5 little ones, against my husband, my father, and my children. Oh, the pity of it! They spared no dirty trick that could be thought of. Nor was that all. They've got a judge's order by which I am restrained, my food and clothing provided me, from going to law again.
From going to law?
Yes, sir, from going to law.
That's monstrous.
Sir, I'm driven to despair.
To tie the hands of such a noble lady? But the allowance, madam, is it large?
'Twould keep me very comfortably, sir, but life is worthless without going to law.
Shall knaves then eat us up body and soul, and we say nothing? Tell me, please, how long it is since you began?
I can't remember. 'Tis 30 years or more.
That's not so long.
Alas!
And what may be your age? Your looks seem young.
Some 60 years.
Just the right age to plead in courts.
Let them go on. They'll find they have not seen the end of me. I'll sell the last stitch off my back sooner than yield.
Listen, I'll tell you what you ought to do.
I trust you, sir, as if you were my father.
I'd have you see my judge.
Yes, sir, I'll go.
Cast yourself at his feet.
Yes, there I'll fall. I'm quite resolved.
Be kind enough to hear me.
Yes, yes, you comprehend my situation.
Have you done, madam?
Yes.
Then seek my judge, and without ceremony.
Oh, how good you are!
If still you speak, I must be silent.
You overpower me with gratitude.
Get access to my judge, and say,
Yes.
There you are again. Say to him, Sir.
Yes, sir.
Tie me.
I won't be tied.
What stuff and nonsense.
I say I won't.
You have strange fancies, madam.
No, never.
Wait till you have heard me out.
I'll go to law, or know the reason why. But I'll never let them tie me, sir.
When once a woman's head has got a craze...
Crazy yourself.
Madam.
Tie me, indeed.
Madam.
The fellow grows impertinent.
But, madam.
Rascal with his dirty tricks advising me.
Madam.
With all his talk about the donkey. Go and watch your hay.
This is too much.
Fool!
Oh, for witnesses.
Scene 8. Petit-Jean, the Countess, Chicaneau.
A pretty row they're making at our door. Go, and raise storms of this sort farther off.
Be witness, sir.
This gentleman's a fool.
You hear her. Pray remember that expression.
Petit-Jean, to the Countess.
You oughtn't to say that.
He's a fine fellow to call me crazy.
Crazy? That was wrong. Why do you call her names?
'Twas good advice that I was giving her.
Oh, indeed.
That I should get tied up.
Fie, sir.
She would not hear all that I had to say.
Fie, madame.
Am I to be abused by him?
A scold.
Peace.
Villain.
Who dares not go to law.
What's that to you? Abominable swindler, meddler, thief.
Stop.
Why, that beats all. 10,000 devils. Bailiffs, police.
Oh, for a constable.
They must be all tied up, plaintiffs and judge.
End of Act 1. Act 2 of The Litigants by Jean Racine, translated by Robert Bruce Boswell, 1864 to 1933. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 2, Scene 1. Leander l'Intimé.
I can't do everything. there's one stroke more needed, and you must play the magistrate, if I'm the officer. If you'll but don a gown and follow in my steps, you'll find means to hold converse. Change that auburn wig. These people do not know of your existence, and when they come to wait upon your father, day will have scarcely dawned. You've cause to praise that precious countess whom my lucky star brought just when she was wanted. Seeing me, she fell into the trap, and bade me serve a writ on Chicaneau, and summon him before the court for certain words of his, whereby he wished to make her pass for mad, too mad to be at large, with other insults, such as are wont to garnish writs of slander. But you say nothing of my fine get-up. Don't I look like a sheriff's officer?
Aye, that you do.
I can't think how it is. I feel I'm 20 times the man I was. Well, here's the writ, and here, sir, is your letter. Miss Isabelle shall have it, that I promise. But if you'd have this marriage contract signed, you must present yourself without delay. Pretend to make inquiries on the matter, while making love under her father's nose.
Don't let the writ change places with the letter.
No, he shall have the writ, and she the billet. Go in.
L'Intimé goes and knocks at Isabelle's door. Scene 2. Isabelle, L'Intimé.
Who knocks?
A friend.
Aside.
The voice is hers. 'Tis Isabelle.
Who is it, sir? You want?
I have a little writ here. Grant me, please, the honour, miss, of serving it on you.
Excuse me, sir. I cannot understand it. My father will be here soon. Speak to him.
Is he not then within, miss?
No, he's not.
The warrant, miss, is made out in your name.
You doubtless take me, sir, for someone else. I never went to law, but know its cost. And if the world loved it no more than I do, you and your like would need some new employment. Farewell.
But pray allow.
I'll allow nothing.
This is no writ.
Nonsense.
It is a letter.
That's worse.
But read it.
No, you shall not catch me.
The gentleman who wrote it was...
Farewell, sir.
Leander.
Not so loud. Who did you say?
It's hard to make her listen. Faith, I'm now quite out of breath.
Oh, pardon my surprise. L'Intimé, give it.
You'd have slammed the door right in my face.
Who would have known 'twas you in this disguise? Give it.
I like politeness.
Please give it.
Ah, what a plague.
Don't give it then. Go take your letter with you.
You shall have it, but next time don't you be in such a hurry.
Scene 3. Chicaneau, Isabelle, L'Intimé.
Yes, yes, she called me fool and thief. I've charged the sheriff's officer to take my thanks, and I'll soon serve her with a dainty dish. I should be vexed were I obliged to send a second time, or if she sued me first. But who is this man talking to my daughter? She reads a letter. It must be a lover's. I will go near.
Shall I believe you, master? Is he sincere?
He cannot sleep o' nights no more than your papa. He'll...
Perceiving Chicaneau.
Make you see how those gain naught who go to law with him.
Isabelle, perceiving Chicaneau.
My father.
To L'Intimé.
You may tell them if they sue, I can defend myself.
Tearing the letter.
Stay, look you. Thus I treat the writ you bring me.
What is this? It was a writ that she was reading then. She'll yet do credit to her family and hold her own. Come to my arms, my child. I'll buy you the complete guide to the law. But hang it all, writs shouldn't be torn up.
Isabelle to L'Intimé.
I fear them not, and you may say as much. Let them do their worst. It won't displease me.
Don't vex yourself, my dear.
Isabelle to L'Intimé.
Good day, sir.
Scene 4. Chicaneau, L'Intimé. L'Intimé preparing to write.
Now then, I must draw up a statement.
Sir, excuse her. She's ignorant, and I can piece together these fragments, if you'll kindly wait a moment.
No.
I shall soon decipher it.
I'll help you. I've got another copy.
Most obliging, I'm sure. Somehow, the more I look at you, the less I'm able to recall your face, though I know heaps of bailiffs.
Make inquiries. I'm not a bad hand at my little jobs.
Maybe. Who sent you?
A distinguished lady, who much esteems you, and with all her heart desires you to come, at my request, and say one word by way of reparation.
Of reparation? I have injured no one.
I well believe it, sir. You are too good.
What do you want, then?
She would have you, sir, do her the honor, before witnesses, of owning her possessed of sound good sense.
Good gracious! 'Tis my Countess!
At your service.
Give her my best respects.
I thank you, sir.
Yes, pray assure her I have sent a bailiff to satisfy her claims as she deserves. What? Is the injured party to be punished? Let's see what song she sings. The 16th of January, for having falsely said, prompted by evil motives, that the high and noble dame, the Countess of Pimbesh, ought to be kept in durance as insane. Be it now declared, the above-named Jeremy shall straightway to the aforesaid lady's house betake himself, and before witnesses, not less than 4, besides a notary, in a clear voice acknowledge her sound judgment. Signed, Good. Is he your sheriff?
At your service.
Aside.
I'll face it out in brazen impudence.
I never saw a writ signed Good before. Who's Mr. Good?
Sir?
I say you're a rogue.
I beg your pardon. I'm an honest man.
The most consummate knave between this and Rome.
'Tis not for me to contradict you, sir, but you will have to pay for defamation.
Pay? Yes, with blows.
You are too gentle, sir. You'll pay me in good coin.
My head will burst if he goes on. Take that!
A box on the ear? I'll write it down, that the said Jeremy, with other outrages, struck me, a bailiff, and thereby knocked my hat into the mud.
Chicaneau giving him a kick.
Take that, too!
Thanks. As good as ready money. I want some badly. Not content with that, followed it up by giving me a kick. Bravo! Moreover, the aforesaid Jeremy tried in a rage to tear this present statement. Come, my dear sir, this goes on splendidly. Don't stop.
You rascal!
Do just what you please. Give me the stick next, if you would oblige me.
Chicaneau holding up a stick.
Yes, that I will, and see if you're a bailiff.
L'Intimé preparing to write.
Quick, hit me then. I have 4 hungry children.
Oh, forgive me, you're a bailiff, sure enough. But the most clever man may be deceived. I wronged you sadly, but will make amends. Yes, you're a bailiff. Sir, a thorough bailiff. Your hand. Such men as you have my respect. And my late father always brought me up in fear of heaven and of bailiffs, sir.
No, you don't beat me on such easy terms.
Don't draw up a complaint, sir.
Words of insult. A stick raised, ears boxed, and a kick.
Nay, rather, give them me back, please.
They are far too precious. I wouldn't part with them for 50 pounds.
Scene 5. Leander dressed as a magistrate. Chicaneau, L'Intimé.
Here comes his worship in the nick of time. Your presence, sir, is just what we require. this gentleman has made me a small present, and given me a tremendous box on the ear.
What, you, sir?
Me, I say, item, a kick, besides the names that he bestows on me.
And have you witnesses?
Put your hand here, sir. Feel how my ear and cheek are tingling still.
Ha! Taken in the act, assault and battery.
I'm in a nasty fix.
His daughter, too, at least she said she was, tore up my writ, saying she was pleased to get it, and defied us to do our worst.
Leander to L'Intimé.
Then bring the daughter here. They seem a contumacious family.
Chicaneau aside.
These people must most surely have bewitched me. May I be hanged if I know one of them.
Assault a bailiff? Here's the little rebel.
Scene 6. Leander, Isabelle, Chicaneau, L'Intimé. L'Intimé to Isabelle.
Do you recognize him?
Well, miss, so it's you who just now treated with supreme contempt our officer, and haughtily defied us. Your name, please.
Isabelle.
So, write it down. Your age?
18.
In fact, a little more, but that's no matter.
Say, have you a husband?
No, sir.
You're laughing. Write down that she laughed.
But don't talk of husbands, sir, to girls like her. You've naught to do with family affairs.
Write that he interrupted.
Nay, I did not intend to do so. Isabelle, take care what you say next.
Pray, don't alarm yourself. We do not wish to vex you. Answer freely. Did not this bailiff here hand you a paper just now?
That's right, sir.
Good, and so he did.
And did you dare to tear it up unread?
I read it, sir.
Ha! Good again.
Leander to L'Intimé.
Right on.
To Isabelle.
What made you tear it?
Sir, I was afraid my father would take it to heart too much, and its perusal might inflame his wrath.
And you're the girl so frightened at the law? Mere mischief.
So you did not tear the paper in scorn or in contempt of those who sent it to you?
I've neither anger nor contempt to them.
Leander to L'Intimé.
Write that down.
She takes after me. She answers very well.
You show, however, an evident contempt for men of law.
A lawyer's gown used to offend my eyes, but that aversion now grows somewhat less.
That's right, my child. You shall be married well, and at no distant date, if it costs nothing.
You then consent to meet the claims of justice?
Sir, I'll do anything to give you pleasure.
Sir, make her sign her name to that.
Will you confirm your promise when occasion serves?
You may trust Isabelle to keep your word.
Sign, then. That's well. Justice is satisfied. There now, will you, sir, add your name?
With pleasure. I sign without a look to all she says.
Leander aside to Isabelle.
All has gone well. Success smiles on my wishes. He signs a marriage contract in due form, and his own hand will prove his condemnation.
Chicaneau aside.
What is he saying to her? Charmed, no doubt, with her good sense.
Farewell. Be ever wise. As you are fair, my man, escort her home. Come, sir.
Where now?
Where I shall lead you, sir.
But where?
You'll soon know. In the king's name, come.
What's this?
Scene 7. Leander, Chicaneau, Petit-Jean.
I say, has anybody seen my master? Which way went he? By the door or window?
Don't tell me.
His son is vanished, and for the father, deuce knows where he is. He kept on telling me he wanted spices. I, like a simpleton, ran to the pantry to find the pepper box, and he, meanwhile, bolted.
Scene 8. Dandin, at a garret window on the roof. Leander, Chicaneau, Petit-Jean.
Peace! Silence in court, I say!
Good heavens!
Look, he's up there on the gutter.
Pray, who are you? What is your business, sirs? Who are these gownsmen? Are you barristers? Speak!
You will see, he's going to judge the cats.
If you have not yet seen my secretary, ask him if he has told me of your case.
I must get hold of him and bring him down. Keep your eyes, bailiff, on your prisoner.
Oh, you, sir.
Silence, if you love your life, and follow me.
Scene 9. The Countess, Dandin, Chicaneau, L'Intimé.
Quick, what is your petition?
Without your order, I have been arrested.
Good gracious, is that he among the garrets? What is he doing there?
Hearing petitions. Now is your chance.
Sir, having been assaulted and grievously maltreated, I come here to make complaint to you.
As I do also. You
see before you the offending party.
Faith, I will introduce my grievance too.
Sir, I've a little writ
to bring before you.
Let us in turn prefer our several claims.
His claim indeed. All that he says is falsehood.
What wrongs have you sustained?
The
The
grossest
grossest
slanders and blows, sir, which is more than they can say.
One of your nephews is my cousin, sir.
My case is known to Father Cordon, sir.
Sir, I'm the bastard of your surgeon barber.
And what are you?
A countess.
I'm a bailiff.
And I a burgess.
Dandin, retiring from the garret window on the roof.
Speak, I hear you all.
Sir,
Look you there, he has given us the slip.
Alas!
what's this? Is the court closed already? I've not had time to say 2 words to him.
Scene 10. Leander, no longer dressed as a magistrate. Chicaneau, the Countess, L'Intimé.
Be kind enough to leave us now in peace.
Mayn't I come in, sir?
Not while I'm alive.
Why so? I shall not occupy an hour, or 2 at most.
There's no admittance, sir.
'Tis well to shut the door upon this brawler, but I—
You cannot be admitted, madam.
Yes, sir, I will.
Doubtful.
I'm sure of it.
How? Through a window?
Through the door.
We'll see.
If I must do so, I'll stay here till midnight.
Scene 11. Leander, Chicaneau, the Countess, L'Intimé, Petit-Jean. Petit-Jean to Leander.
No one will hear him now, do what he will. I've put him in a room close to the cellar.
One word will do as well as will 100. You cannot see my father.
Oh, indeed. What if I say I must, and that's the truth?
Dandin shows himself at the air hole of the cellar.
But look, heaven sends him to our aid once more.
Up from the cellar.
Surely he's possessed.
Sir,
But for you and your impertinence, I should not be here.
sir,
Go away. Don't bother.
will you, sir?
You split my head.
I've given orders
Hold your tongue, I say.
that there be sent you
Take him off to prison.
a cask of wine.
I'll have none of it.
Excellent muscat.
Please repeat your case.
Leander to l'Intimé.
We must encompass them on all sides.
Sir, nothing but lies is what you'll hear from him.
Sir, 'tis the truth I say.
Zounds, let her speak.
Pray, hear me, sir.
Allow me to take breath.
Sir,
I feel suffocated.
please look here.
She'll be the death of me.
You drag me down. Take care, I'm falling.
Both, upon my word, have fallen in the cellar.
Fly there, quick, run to their help. But I intend at least now to Chicaneau's inside, to keep him there till morning. L'Intimé, take care of him.
The air hole must be watched.
Go, I'll do that.
Scene 12. The Countess, Leander.
The wretch will prepossess him in his favour.
She speaks through the cellar air hole.
Pray believe nothing that he tells you, sir. He is a liar, and has no witnesses.
What's that you say to them? They may be dying for aught we know.
He'll make him swallow all he chooses. Let me enter.
No, you shan't.
I see the musket wine works upon you as much as on your father's inclination. Patience. I will protest in legal form against the judge, also against the cask.
Go then, and let us have a little peace. What fools! I never met such company.
Scene 13. Dandin, Leander, l'Intimé.
Where are you running, sir? You'll hurt yourself, limping along like that.
I want to judge.
No, father, you must let your wounds be dressed. Quick, fetch a surgeon.
Bring him into court.
Stop, father, stop.
Oh, I can see what's up. You mean to make of me just what you please, casting off filial reverence and regard. You will not let me judge a single case. Have done. Take this bag. Be quick.
There, gently, my father. We must find some compromise. If judging is your only joy in life, and you feel bound to sit upon the bench, there is no need to leave your house for that. Fulfill your favourite office here with us.
Don't ridicule a judge's dignity. I do not wish to be a dummy, sir.
Nay, you shall judge, and that without appeal, in civil causes as in criminal. You can hold sittings twice a day, and all that passes in our midst be brought before you. A servant brings a dirty glass, you fine him, or if he breaks one, you award a whipping.
That's something. It deserves consideration. But who's to pay me for my services?
Their wages will be your security.
That's to the point. Your scheme seems feasible.
And as regards a neighbour...
Scene 14. Dandin, Leander, l'Intimé, Petit-Jean.
Stop there! Catch him!
Leander to l'Intimé.
Ah, have you let my prisoner escape?
No fear of that.
I am undone. Your dog, Ginger, has just run off with a fat capon and eaten it. One can keep nothing from him.
Good, here's a case for him to try. Help, run, all join in the pursuit and catch the thief.
No noise. Arrest the offender quietly.
This household robber must be judged severely, and made a notable example, father.
With due formalities I wish the affair to be conducted, with opposing counsel, and there are none.
Well, we must make some, then. There are your porter and your secretary. They will prove first-rate advocates, I fancy. They're very ignorant.
Oh, not at all, sir. I'll send him fast asleep as well as any.
Don't expect much from me, for I know nothing.
This is your first case. We'll prepare it for you.
But I can't read.
Then you shall have a prompter.
Let's go and make us ready. We must close our eyes to bribes, our ears to all corruption. You, Master Petit-Jean, are for the plaintiff, and you, Master L'Intimé, for the defendant.
End of Act 2. Act 3 of The Litigants by Jean Racine. Translated by Robert Bruce Boswell, 1864 to 1933. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 3, Scene 1. Leander, Chicaneau, the Prompter.
Yes, sir, 'twas thus, I say, they treated me. I knew not either magistrate or tipstaff. 'Tis true, each word I speak.
Yes, I believe you, but were I you, I'd let the matter drop. You should not drive them to extremities, or you will do yourself more harm than them. You've spent 3/4 of your whole estate already, sir, in stuffing lawyers' bags, and in a vain pursuit that only harms you.
Indeed, you give me excellent advice, and I intend ere long to profit by it. But first, I crave your kindly offices. Since your good father will give audience soon to suitors, I will fetch my daughter hither. Let her be questioned. She will speak the truth, and answer better than myself can do.
Go then. When you come back, you shall have justice.
Queer fellow, this.
Scene 2. Leander, the Prompter.
My scheme's perhaps a strange one, but my poor father's craze is desperate, and we must get up something to deceive him. I have another purpose, too, and wish this madman, so outrageously litigious, to lose his suit. But here come all our people.
Scene 3. Dandin, Leander, L'Intimé, and Petit-Jean, dressed as advocates. The Prompter.
Pray, who are you?
These are the advocates.
Dandin, to the Prompter.
And you?
I come to assist their memories.
I see. And you?
I represent the public.
Begin then.
Gentlemen.
Don't speak so loud, for if you prompt like that, they can't hear me. Gentlemen.
Put your cap on.
Oh, my lord.
Put on your cap, I say.
I know my place.
Don't put it on then.
Petit-Jean, putting on his cap.
Gentlemen.
To the Prompter.
Be quiet. I know the first part of my speech all right. Gentlemen, when I carefully observe the mutability of mundane matters, and see amidst the various tribes of men not one fixed star, but many wandering orbs, when I behold the Caesars and their greatness, when I behold the sun and view the moon, when I behold the rule of Babylonia pass from the Serpians to the Macedonians, when I see Lomé change from despotic power to memocratic, thence to monarchy, when I survey Japan...
When will the fellow have done surveying?
Why this interruption? I'll say no more.
You meddling advocate, why can't you let him finish his exordium? I was quite feverish with desire to hear how from Japan he'd come back to his capon, when you thrust in your frivolous remark. Counsel, proceed.
Now I've lost the thread.
Courage, go on. You've made a fine beginning. But why do you let your arms hang at your side like that, and stand stock still like any statue? Come, rouse yourself, and show a little life.
Petit-Jean, moving his arms up and down.
When I see.
Say what you see.
Zounds, I can't hunt two hares at once, you know.
We read in the Metamorphoses that the
The metempsy,
metempsychosis,
the chosis,
donkey, stop, silly idiot, dolt, plague upon you.
plague upon yourself. Look at that fellow with his lantern jaws. Go to the deuce.
And you come to the point. Tell me the facts.
Why beat about the bush? They make me talk in words a fathom long, in words that reach from here to Jericho. For my part, I've no need of such ado, in saying that a mastiff stole a capon. Indeed, there's nothing that he won't run off with. And ate it up, the finest in the yard. The first time that I find him there again, his trial shall be short. I'll crack his skull.
A fine conclusion, worthy of the prologue.
It's plain enough. Find fault with it who may.
Call witnesses.
That's easier said than done, for witnesses cost dear, or won't come forward.
We've got some, all the same, beyond reproach.
Produce them, then.
I have them in my pocket. Look here, I've got the capon's head and legs. See then, and judge.
Nay, I object.
All right. What's your objection?
They're from Maine, my lord.
Ah, true. They hatch them by the dozen there.
My lord.
Will you be long, sir? Tell me that.
I really cannot say.
At least he's honest.
Whate'er can daunt a prisoner at the bar? All that to mortals shows most terrible. Fortune appears to have arrayed against us in eloquence and partisanship. For while on the one hand the deceased's renown alarms me, on the other my opponent with practised tongue confounds.
Pray, sir, subdue your overpowering accents, if you please.
I will. I've many others. But however, his sounding periods fill me with mistrust, and the deceased one's fame. Yet still, my lord, I rest my hopes on your impartial mind. Before great Dandin innocence is bold, before this Cato of our Norman soil, this sun of justice that is never dim, Victrix causa dis placuit, sed victa Catone.
Truly, he argues well.
So, without fear, I speak and advocate my righteous cause. In Aristotle's work on politics, it has been said full well.
The question, sir, concerns a capon, and not politics.
Yes, but the Stagirite's authority would prove that good and evil.
I maintain that Aristotle has no locus standi here. Come to the facts.
Pausanias in his book.
Discuss the facts.
Rebuff
Facts, I say.
the great James.
Facts, facts, facts.
Hermanopolis.
I will sum up.
You are so quick, my lord. The facts are these. A dog invades a kitchen, and finds a capon there of good proportions. Now, he for whom I speak is very hungry. He against whom I speak lies ready plucked. Then he whose cause I plead, with stealthy step, draws near, and grabs him against whom I've spoken. A warrant's issued, he's arrested, counsel. Our called a day is fixed. I am to speak, I speak, and I have spoken. There, I've done.
Tut, tut. A pretty way to state a case. His pace is slow and stately while he utters irrelevant remarks. But when he comes to facts, he gallops.
The best part came first.
Nay, worst. That's not the proper way to plead. What say the public?
Quite in the latest fashion.
What happens next? They come. How do they come? They chase my client, break into a house. Whose house? Your house, my lord. Our judge's house. The cellar is invaded, where we fled. We are accused of theft and brigandage, dragged out and given over to our foes, to Master Petit-Jean. You'll bear me out, my lord, that in the digest C. Key, Canis, Davy, and paragraph Caponibus, the law condemns an outrage of this kind. And even were it true my client Ginger had eaten all or part of the said capon, all he had done before should be considered in mitigation of his punishment. When has my client merited rebuke? Has not your house by him been safely guarded? When has he failed to bark at robbers' footsteps? Witness 3 proctors, who, by Ginger here, had their gowns torn. See, I produce the pieces. Will you have other proofs of his good conduct?
Ah, Master Adam.
Peace!
But L'Intimé,
Peace!
you are growing hoarse.
Leave me alone.
Compose yourself and finish.
Since I may take breath, and am forbidden to prolong my speech, I will, without prevarication, compendiously express, explain, unfold, before your eyes the transcendental truth of this my cause and of the facts involved.
Let him say all, and say it 20 times, rather than such abridgment. Be you human, or fiend incarnate? End, or heaven confound you.
I've nearly done. Ere the world was made.
Let us get on, sir, to the deluge.
Ere the world was made, before it was created, the world and all the universe lay buried in the abyss of matter, earth and air, water and fire, all the elements heaped in confusion, swallowed up in space, a shapeless, indistinguishable mass, formed one vast chaos, where no order reigned. Unus erit toto naturae voltus in orobe, cam gracia descer chaos rudis indigestique moles.
Dandin goes to sleep and tumbles off his chair.
Oh, father, what a fall!
He's fast asleep.
Father, wake up.
Sir, are you dead?
My father.
Well, well, what is it? What a man he is! I've never had so sound a nap before.
Give sentence, father.
To the galleys with him.
A dog sent to the galleys.
Faith, I know nothing about the matter. My head's full of chaos and confusion.
L'Intimé exhibiting some puppies.
Come, poor children, come, cruel hearts would leave you fatherless. Come, let your innocence for mercy plead. Yes, here you may behold our misery. Make us not orphans. Give us back our father, he to whom we owe our life, our father who...
Quick, quick, take them away.
Our father...
What a hubbub! Take them off. They're messing all the place.
See, we are weeping.
My heart already melts with sympathy. Oh, 'tis a sight to touch a father's heart. I'm terribly perplexed. The truth is clear. The offence is proved. He has himself confessed it. But if he be condemned, how hard the fate of these poor children, left to charity. I've an engagement. No one must disturb me.
Scene 4. Dandin, Leander, Chicaneau, Isabelle, Petit-Jean, L'Intimé.
My lord.
Dandin to Petit-Jean and L'Intimé.
Yes, I will hear you, and you only.
To Chicaneau.
Good day. But tell me, please, who is that child?
That is my daughter.
Quick, then, call her back.
You are engaged.
No matter, I assure you.
To Chicaneau.
You might have told me that you were her father.
Sir.
Let her speak. She knows your business best.
To Isabelle.
Speak, dear. How pretty, and what charming eyes. But that's not all. You must be wise as well. It does me good to see such youth and beauty. I've been a gay young fellow in my day, and been much talked about.
I will believe it.
Tell me now, who you wish should lose this cause?
No one.
For you I will do anything. Speak.
I am sure I'm much obliged to you.
Hast ever witnessed anybody tortured?
No, and I trust I never shall, my lord.
If you would like it, you shall see it done.
Ah, could one ever see poor wretches suffer?
It serves to pass away an hour or two.
My lord, I come to tell you.
I can state the whole affair, my father, in 2 words. It is about a marriage. You must know that all is settled, and your sanction only is wanting. Both the lovers long to wed, the father to his daughter's wish consents. Will you confirm the contract?
Dandin, resuming his seat.
Let them marry without delay. Tomorrow, if they please. Today, if need be.
See my father's yours. Greet him, my love.
How's this?
What mysteries here?
Your judgment is precisely carried out.
I can't revoke the sentence I've pronounced.
But surely you'll consult my daughter's wishes.
By all means, let fair Isabelle decide.
Well, are you dumb? It is your turn to speak.
I do not dare to appeal against the judgment.
I'll do it then.
Leander, showing him a paper.
Look at this writing, sir. You will not challenge your own signature?
What is it, pray?
A marriage contract, sir, all duly signed and sealed.
I have been tricked, but I'll have satisfaction. This shall lead to 20 lawsuits. If you get my daughter, you shall not get my money.
Have I asked it? Give me your daughter. I want nothing else.
Ah?
Father, are you pleased with your day's work?
Right well. Let suits flow in abundantly, and I will pass my life with you content. The advocates, however, must not be so lengthy. What about the culprit?
Father, pardon him. Let us all rejoice today.
Well, let him go.
To Isabelle.
For your sake, dear, he's free. I'll take a holiday, then try new cases.
End of Act 3. End of The Litigants by Jean Racine. Translated by Robert Bruce Boswell.